Strode, and welcome to Straightforward. Today I am visiting with one of my favorite people in the entire world, the world famous comedian, Little Bit.
Thank you so much, Gloria. I'm so glad you come up.
I tell you, we have some history.
Yes, we do.
We met each other on the Dee Armstrong show at NBC 38 and just participated in some really wild things with the Friday Fun Crew and met some famous people, Frank from American Pickers. Oh, we were like serious groupies.
It was bad.
And then the gentleman from Martin,
Tommy,
and you took a picture with him. We did a skit.
Yes.
Wasn't he really cool?
He
That was
so
really
nice.
cool.
He had such a good mission, you know, Tommy's ties.
Yeah, the bow ties and all of
I
that.
really liked his whole interview.
Right, yeah, really cool guy. And of course, he left too soon, you know, but anyway, that's life. That's what you were saying. Before we got started today, every day is a good day. Use a good china, wear your good outfits.
Miss Birdie.
Miss Birdie is a wise girl, absolutely. So, I want you to share with our audience, because it's never too late to be what you want to be.
True.
How did you go from this radio personality, of course you were a radio personality,
Yes, ma'am.
and decided one day you were going to be a comedian? And how did all of that come together?
Well, I was in college. I was at Columbus Technical College. I was studying computers. And I don't like computers, and computers don't like me.
It was boring, yeah.
You know,
it's useful, but not your heart.
Exactly.
Right.
I needed to step up. I was
Right.
an older generation because I don't like computers, you know. I'm not.
Right, we had typewriters.
Thank you very much. I
Right.
am celebrity. You took a class.
Right.
Anyway, I went there and I had a class called Empowerment 100.
Empowerment 100, right.
And it focused more upon what you wanted to do.
Right.
Not necessarily what you were doing, but what was your heart? What did you want to do?
Right.
And
The vision for yourself.
right. And
Right.
a vision board, we had to make one. I've never been exposed to that kind of unlimited type thinking of what you could or couldn't be.
Right.
Because I'm from the South, you know, and I was raised up, you're supposed to have kids, you're supposed to do this.
The traditional route.
Thank you very
Right,
much.
but you were exposed to now thinking outside of the
box.
box.
That
Right.
I was like, wow, really? Can I do this?
Mhm.
And then I started looking things up, and I found a class. You won't believe this. I found a class, comedy class. Comedy class.
A
6
comedy
weeks.
class.
6 weeks. Go meet at the Holiday Inn in Beaufort, Georgia. And I'm like,
People would never believe that.
I did
The
not.
Holiday Inn in Beaufort, Georgia. So where did you find that? In the
It
newspaper?
was on, I think it was on Facebook, because that was back when I first started Facebook, so I was checking things out. And the gentleman's name is Jeff Justice. Thank you, Jeff. We had a class for 6 weeks. So for 6 weeks, I came from from Waverly Hall, Georgia, to Beaufort, Georgia. 6 weeks.
You commuted.
Every Monday night, and I had to have new information, new jokes, new bits. He would give us a little information.
Right.
I mean, it just gave you the basics: how to walk on stage, how to hold the mic. Do you remember we were doing something on the Dee Armstrong show?
Right.
Lip singing or something.
Right.
The little guy judging us, he says, "You got mic skills. You get an extra point."
So even though how to hold the mic
microphone
is a part of the training for a comedian.
It is.
Now see, I would never think that.
Yes.
Yeah, so how much did this cost though? 'Cause it's sound a little suspect. When you say Holiday Inn at Beaufort, Georgia.
With a man I ain't never seen before. This is bad. This is not good. This is not good.
It's dangerous.
And then I thought, I said, well, I got my pew-pew. I'm okay. I'm going to
Right.
Atlanta. This guy turns out to be some kind of perv. He's going to be dead in Georgia. It's not going to end well for anybody. I'm not going to get a certificate. Nothing's going to happen. So anyway, I went there and I was
Now how much did it cost?
$465 hard-earned dollars.
Because that was a lot of money back
I was
then.
coming from a place where I'm splitting tuition with my dad for the kids to go to Christian school.
Right.
I'm working at the radio station.
Didn't make a lot of
You
money.
make a t-shirt and a hot dog on your nose. That's what you did. And you were glad to have it. You know,
Right,
you got
right.
new clothes and
Right.
something to eat.
So that's almost like $500 for 6 weeks.
$100 a week.
And
Plus
then
my
you-
gas.
That's right.
Plus my time.
Right, and you need a little lunch, go and come back.
And it was so funny because I'm thinking I'm going to get there. It's going to be a hoax. Something's going to be weird.
Right.
Then there's like 30 people there. 30 people. I think there was 20 that graduated from the whole thing. But we had nurses. We had a doctor.
Wow.
Dr. Sally Beard. Hey, doctor. She's a heart specialist at Emory.
Is she?
I think she went there for anger management, but I can't prove that. But she was mean. She was mean, and she was trying to. She had her a few jokes, and we tried our best to root her on and everything. But it was just like, gosh, Dr. Sally, you need to go back to being a heart.
So you think they had her come to soften up?
Yeah.
So she could really
I'm thinking her bedside manner was not too good because her joke delivery wasn't too good. Oh gosh, but we had a ball, and I have still got friends from that class. A good friend of mine, Jamie Ward, he went on to become a headliner, which maybe in another 10 years I can do that.
Oh, sure, it's going to be sooner because you know we promised about that private jet when we were at NBC 38. So you're going to have to get on with that. We got to get on with that. But then some of your other friends are on the cruise ships.
Yes, my friend Julie Scoggins, and she's on the cruise ship. She's on Carnival right now. She picks a few dates she does off when she's off the ship. I've got Chris Wiles, he works cruise ships. Mutsy just came through last week from Carnival. He
and at the loft.
Yes,
right.
Yes. I'm at the loft on Thursday, people come see me. But it was just a really, really
camaraderie.
It was just great because you finally got people who said, hey, I want to be a comedian too. And it was like, well, you can't tell people at the PTA you want to be a comedian.
That's crazy. You should be a full-time parent.
Have you seen Miss Evans? If you talk to her, she thinks she's a comedian.
Yeah, right.
That's why she doesn't participate too much.
It's right. So, but you were brave enough to take that leap.
That's right. You've got to believe in yourself enough to say, hey, I can do this.
The leap.
Do it.
It's okay. I don't have to be traditional.
No.
I can follow my dream.
Right.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do now, go to our first break to our sponsors, and we'll be right back. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors.
Straightforward is brought to you by State Senator Ed Harbison, serving the citizens of Georgia's 15th Senatorial District and on the front lines for veterans every day. Progressive Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1952. The George Ford legacy of high standards continues today in the compassionate and professional services provided. A touch of dignity for those who care. Progressive Funeral Home, 4235 St. Mary's Road. Trusted by generations. Whole Patient Healthcare. Dr. Jada Rimes-Bacote is board certified in family medicine. She believes the best patient care includes practical, individualized lifestyle changes. Located at 1338 13th Avenue, Columbus, 706-641-2080, or visit wholepatienthealthcare.com.
And welcome back to Straightforward. I'm enjoying this wonderful visit with the magical little bit that just brings the joy, the light, the laughter. NBC 38, we really turned up on Fridays. On TV, live TV.
I know, they just like, do it. We were like, okay.
And so we really had fun with that. We did. The chemistry was good. And I know you always used to say, your tribe, you'll know your tribe because your vibe, it will attract who your tribe.
Correct.
And even with that, we were vibing.
Yes.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of people, come through, but we were vibing.
You and I were always on the same level because I'd be like, what? I'm like, sure.
We could speak without even speaking. Right. We could speak without even speaking.
It's like a church lady look.
But, I just admire the fact that as a wife, a mother of 2 sons,
yes,
that you had the courage, and again, like you said, you're from the east side.
Yeah,
right
here, waiting for me to get back.
But you were still brave enough. And a lot of times when we are wives and mothers, we have dreams.
Right.
But we don't want to step outside of what tradition, like they told you, what you're supposed to be doing. Get married, have children, take care of your family, always put them first.
Right.
But even in the midst of all of that, and life lifing, because
Yes,
life,
it will.
and you had some changes there, you still sought that dream.
I did.
And you were willing to take the risk. And I will never get over going to the Holiday Inn, not really knowing if it was going to be, you were going to be kidnapped or whatever, right?
You know, nowadays people are ugly. Bad things happen to good people.
Right.
And I had every intention of just going for this little class.
Right.
Everything's going to be fine. But you don't know.
You don't.
You don't know.
You don't
You're
know.
hoping that everybody's
You don't know
as good as yours.
And you don't know what you don't know. And so once you completed that class, what did you get?
I got a little certificate. It was a little laminated card that said I was 4 minutes worth of funny. That was it.
So that was it.
That was it.
So those were your credentials.
I faked me a business card because I had a print class at Columbus Tech.
So then you made your professional business card as a comedian.
Correct.
Well, okay.
It was pitiful, but it was all I had.
Hey,
and I
but you were resourceful.
Right.
You got to use what you got until you can get what you want. Exactly. But then you had that experience being a radio personality, because you always show up at remotes and things might not be perfect, and you got to do what you got to do. And I know you had a great story being a radio personality where you sold that whole flatbed of
flatbed of collard greens in Meriwether County at the food outlet. It was the Thursday before Thanksgiving. And they come out there and they told me, said, hey, push those collards. And I was like, all right, we'll push the collards.
Right.
And when I was coming up, if you had a good batch of collard greens, you call them curry.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, y'all got to get out here and see these pretty collards. I got a flatbed truck full of these pretty collards.
And that's the life of a disc jockey, a radio personality, because you got to sell what the customer wants sold.
I got to go where they ever take me to the auto parts place. I know about oil filters.
Exactly.
If I'm going to food outlet, I need to know if the collard greens are pretty.
So you told the people, come and get the pretty collard greens.
I did. It wasn't. We have a $2 remote. Within that hour, the general manager came over and he said, Bet, no selling more collard greens. I said, why? He said, we're out.
Really?
And so my next phrase, the first thing I said was, you missed out. You missed out on the collard greens.
On the pretty collard greens, right.
You were here an hour ago, we have none.
Right.
So I don't know what you're going to do. It's Thursday before Thanksgiving, what you're going to do.
Right.
But it was so much fun, and I was so
But those are the things that prepared you to be brave enough to stand on the stage.
Right.
Because when you're a comedian, you out there now.
Yes.
And you sometimes out there by yourself.
And you have to embrace that you can do the best joke, punchline, everything's great, and then you hit that silence.
Right.
And
that
you're like, okay. And you got to embrace that and go and be brave enough to go from something bad to something better.
Right.
Take them there.
Right.
Bring them right on out.
So that spirit.
I hope so.
So all of that you had. How many years were you on the radio?
I had 7 years on the radio.
Really?
I know. I was.
And what was your airtime?
I was mid-mornings with a little bit. I was from 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock, 10 to 2.
Oh, okay.
And then I got out just in time to come from the radio station in Manchester to the little Christian school down
here.
Pick
up your kids.
And pick up the kids. And God bless Mr. Anthony, if he wasn't there telling me, we need you to do so-and-so for the school.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, right. But you were trying to have your other life.
Right. He was like, you know, if you need me,
absolutely.
You go call. So he saw me coming, he's like, there's something I'm going to have to do.
I know, right? He had an assignment for you.
Right, always.
And so you went on, and I want you to share with our audience how you ended up at the loft.
Oh, that was.
So you got that laminated card, and we call it a perpetrated business card that you created yourself.
Allegedly.
That you learned how to make at Columbus Tech. And so you were ready to take it on. And so you just happened to. How did that work?
Beauregard my youngest son was taking guitar lessons down at Gorilla Guitars.
Okay, that's downtown Columbus.
This is right beside the loft.
Okay.
And we come out, we were going to the car, and I said, you see that guy standing there in that doorway right there? And Beauregard's like, who? That guy? I said, yeah, that guy. He said, what do you want with him? I said, he owns the loft.
Okay.
He could give me some time on stage.
Right.
I need to talk to you. You are not going to embarrass me like that.
Oh, typical kid. Wow, chill, right?
So poor Buddy, he's standing there, Buddy Nelms, he owns the knee pads on, they were redoing the floor.
Right.
And I looked at him, I said, excuse me, I'm a comedian, and I flashed him my credentials.
The 4-minute card.
Fake business card, allegedly. It was allegedly. So I flipped him out there, and bless his heart, he was working.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not, he was just like, you want to do what? And I'm like, yeah, I
Right.
can do this. He said, well, great, come on down Thursday.
Right.
I get down there Thursday, and my boss, Matt Kirkley, Matt's looking at me, he says, hi, how you doing? I said, I'm your hostess for tonight. He said, excuse me? I'm like, no, I'm talking to the owner, I'm in, He's like, who'd you talk to? I said, Buddy. He said, whoa, wait.
Right.
So we made a phone call, and of course, Buddy's told nobody.
Oh,
He's called me, hired me.
So you showing up and they think you this crazy lady just invited yourself.
I did pull out my business card. It didn't work on that too well. But oh man, he would make a phone call and came back and he said, well, welcome to the law. And so I was there ever since. The only time I took a break after Mr. Green passed, not my husband.
Right.
And I went back. I had a friend of mine who was on the cruise ships, and he was coming through, and he said, Viv, are you going to be there tonight? I said, well, I haven't hosted in a long time. He said, well, come to the show.
Right.
And Matt said, you're here. Why don't you do it?
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Talk about stepping out on fear and scared right there. That was a horrible way.
Just reintroducing.
Right.
Okay, so what we're going to do is take our break, go to our sponsors, and we'll be right back. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors.
David Benefield at the historic Highland Hall, florist extraordinaire, making dreams come true for all occasions. Visit David and his team today at 1504 17th Street or call 706-324-4881, where happiness blooms. Barbara's Cleaning Service, a 5-star commercial service with satisfied customers in Georgia and South Carolina, built on the principle that every detail matters. Barbara's Cleaning Service, a new season building a family legacy. The Columbus Memory Center, 7196 North Lake Drive, Suite A, Columbus. Dr. Jonathan Liss is a board-certified neurologist and sleep specialist committed to battling Alzheimer's by preserving independence, offering you the opportunity to get your memory number for free, the only vital sign for brain health. Call today at 706-327-4000 or visit columbusmemorycenter.com.
And welcome back to Straightforward. I am continuing this wonderful visit with my awesome friend, the famous comedian, world famous, because we got to get that private jet. We got to do it. Little bit, you are such a joy. You're a great friend to everyone that knows you. I know you got friends in the radio business, a lot of entertainers, everything from country to the blues, they have events and they want you to show up and support them, and that's who you are. You cheer others on.
Absolutely.
And even me with this show, when we relaunched after COVID, you're part of the in the ladies' room, and just had.
I was proud.
Oh, hey, I was proud because some of the ladies had never done TV before, and so you were able to. They weren't prepared. It was like you got to have some different clothes, and you were like, "Hey, just take mine." And someone you never met, you literally gave them the jacket off your back.
Well, I needed it.
I know, right? It fixed her up real good. So that's the thing I like about your genuineness, your love, and your energy, and these awards,
definitely.
to have gone from a Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inn, some people don't even know where it is, but it's in the Atlanta metro area.
I had to put it in the Google Maps.
And then you ended up with winning awards from the local 2019 and 2020.
Right.
So share with our audience what the local is. is?
The Local is our local Columbus magazine. It puts out all the information about events, upcoming entertainment, arts
in the Columbus area.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. And they are so sweet. Monica and the guys are so nice to me, and I got so tickled because I was up for this award, and I just didn't believe, I wasn't going to go. The first one
You did your best.
I tried.
You did your best, and you didn't really want to go.
No.
And then Mr. Green and your son was like, "You going?
You going?
Right.
Put your hat on your head, Mama, and get on your leather outfit and go on
So
down
you
there."
put on your white leather outfit.
Oh my
And you
God!
rolled up in the
I
mall
did. It was so terrible.
with your cowboy hat.
I got my little floppy hat. Looks
Oh,
like
like the hippies.
Yes.
From the 70s.
Harley Simon.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So anyway, I show up in my leathers, my floppy hat, and I'm, indulging quite a bit.
Adult libations?
A little bit, because I'm scared. I hadn't been nominated, and I didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
And they said my name. Mr. Green looked at me. I said, "Whoa!" And he says, "Well, you're going to have to get on up there." And that little trail.
You walked the red carpet your way.
I red carpet like a broke duck. It was awful. It was not a pretty sight, I'm telling you, but I was so happy. And you talk about people cheering other people on.
Right.
At this event, remember John Hauser?
Yes.
The film director.
Yes.
John does a lot of stuff now, and he was just starting out then.
Yeah.
John, Monica, all my good friends, Tony Baloney, Rob Hall, all those guys. When I stood up,
They were
and they were
cheering.
cheering for me, and I was like, "Wow!"
That's who you are, though. And so people want to support you because you are such a great supporter. And it's never a no. It's like, let's figure it out.
Right.
We're going to get this done.
Right.
And some folks are always just about themselves and what they're trying to do, and they never offer support. And that's why people want to stand behind you.
Well,
So
I'm proud I've got that kind of reputation
and
because
spirit.
that I've brought in those type of people that will support me, and I support people.
Oh, God, you do.
I got so tickled. I was asking my friend, he plays blues. I said, "What can I do if I'm just a supporter?" I said, "What's the best way I can support you?" He said, "Buy my album. Show up at my concert, buy a t-shirt, people. T-shirt money sometimes will be the difference between these people sleeping in their car or the people sleeping at a Holiday Inn. You really...
No, because a lot of folks don't understand the nature of the business.
Right.
There's a lot of overhead
Right.
that has to be paid for before you make a dime.
I make sure that if I go into a show, whatever amount of money I spend on that ticket,
Right.
I'm going to spend that much money on merch, on
the
an
merchandise,
album,
right.
on a t-shirt, something that makes the difference.
But see, that's because you know the business, so you just taught me something. So that's your rule of thumb.
Right.
Whatever that ticket costs, that's what you're going to spend on that artist.
Merchandise.
Their merchandise or
whatever.
whatever it is
Yes,
that you
ma'am.
can help them.
I do my best because I'm so lucky. I started this late in life. I was lucky enough to have people like the Local and Loft and you and back me and help me Dee.
Yeah.
Come on, you want to come on the show? Sure.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
I don't know nothing about TV. I'm on radio for 7 years.
But all right, it was
It's the same thing.
Right.
But I've been real lucky, and I do also want to thank that little radio station up there in Manchester.
Right.
It's no longer a radio station, but Jeff Tate, who gave Bear O'Brien his start.
And Bear O'Brien is well known in Columbus. And if you in Piggly Wiggly shopping, you're going to hear Bear O'Brien. And he's on with WRBL mornings.
Yes, he's just
with
had his new show.
Yeah, his news team, and then he do this little thing in the mornings with them.
Jeff Tate gave Bear his start, and Jeff Tate gave me my start, and then my advertising director was Jamie Carr, and Jamie taught me a lot about, like you said,
how business,
how it works. We're going to the remote.
Right.
We're going to the
That's the sales side. People don't understand that the radio, TV, there's a sales side. That's how you pay the bills. the advertising.
The product merchandising, holding it like this, and then let's see.
Right. So people that want to see you, where can they see you? What day? What time? What it costs?
Right now we're fixing to go back to 2 shows on Thursday, but it's Thursday nights at the Loft. We start at doors open at 6:30, I believe it is, and the show starts a little after 7.
And what's the cover charge?
Cover charge right now, I think it's $10.
Okay.
And it's very reasonable. We have
And the Loft is downtown Columbus.
1032 Broadway.
All right.
I remember that every time.
Right. And so you're going to be there until we get that big break, and then, you know,
We're flying somewhere else.
Exactly. So when the private jet comes to the Muskogee County Columbus Airport, then we'll go on to the next level. How's that?
I'm ready for the next level.
All right, we're ready. Well, I want to thank you so much for supporting me over the years. Just know I will be cheering you on as you have cheered me on, and the best is yet to come.
All right.
All right.
Gloria.
Thank you, my girl. Hey. Wait a minute.
Wait, hold. It's come by. Even if you come by, just beat the horn. I'll wait. I ain't got up the yard.
This has been straightforward. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Until next time, be blessed.
What up, world? What's up, Columbus? Be sure to tune in every Sunday, Straightforward with Gloria Strode, right here on NBC 38.